Let me tell you something most men misunderstand about love. A mature woman does not fall in love because you are charming. She does not fall in love because you are persistent. She does not fall in love because you say the right words at the right time. She falls in love because she feels something rare in your presence, and that feeling is created long before you ever say, I love you. It is created in the silent language of touch, not aggressive touch, not rushed touch, not desperate touch, intentional touch. A mature woman has lived enough life to recognize performance. She has experienced men who tried too hard. She has seen manipulation disguised as romance. She has felt hands that wanted to take without first understanding. So if you want to reach her heart, you must understand something deeper. Touch is not physical first. Touch is emotional first. Before your hand ever meets her skin, your energy meets her nervous system. If your energy feels impatient, she closes. If your energy feels needy, she withdraws. If your energy feels grounded, calm, and present, she opens. There are 7 touches that can make a mature woman fall deeply in love. Not because they are tricks, not because they override her mind, but because they communicate safety, depth, and emotional leadership in a way words never can. The first touch is the slow, intentional handhold, not the grab, not the casual finger lock, the intentional handhold. When you reach for her hand, do it with certainty. Wrap your fingers around hers fully. Let your thumb rest gently against her skin. Apply steady pressure that feels secure, but not controlling. And here is the key. Hold it without fidgeting. Do not squeeze nervously. Do not move it around restlessly. Let it be still. Stillness communicates confidence. A mature woman reads stillness as emotional stability. When your hand is steady, her body relaxes. When her body relaxes, her heart softens. Hand holding seems simple, but psychologically, it activates oxytocin, the bonding hormone. It lowers cortisol, the stress hormone. It creates a subtle sense of belonging. And belonging is powerful. When she walks beside you and your hands are intertwined, she is not just feeling your skin. She is feeling partnership. She is feeling that you are not afraid to be seen connected to her. She is feeling that you are choosing her openly. That public, quiet claim without dominance builds trust. The second touch is the protective lower back guidance. When you guide her gently through a doorway or through a crowd, place your hand softly on the middle of her back. Not low enough to feel sexual, not high enough to feel distant, right at the center. That spot communicates protection without possession. Do not push. Do not steer aggressively. Just rest your palm there lightly as you move together. This touch tells her something primal. It tells her you are aware of your surroundings. It tells her you are attentive to her comfort. It tells her you move with awareness. Mature women are deeply attracted to men who are attentive without being controlling. That subtle guidance says, I see you. I am aware of you. I care about your space. And when she feels considered, she feels valued. The third touch is the forehead kiss. This is not a lust-driven gesture. This is intimacy in its purest form. When you gently pull her close and kiss her forehead slowly, you are communicating reverence. You are saying without words that you cherish her mind. You are saying that you respect her heart. A mature woman has likely experienced kisses filled with urgency, passion without presence, desire without depth, but a forehead kiss feels different. It feels protective. It feels intentional. It feels patient. It activates emotional safety because it is not demanding anything in return. When you kiss her forehead and hold her there for a brief second, you create stillness, and stillness allows her to feel. Deep love grows in moments of stillness. The fourth touch is the slow face cradle during eye contact. This must only happen when emotional intimacy already exists. When you gently place your hand along her jawline and hold her face softly while looking into her eyes, you create vulnerability. but the key is your gaze. Your eyes must be calm, not hungry, not scanning, just present. When a mature woman feels your hand holding her face with steadiness and your eyes holding her with intention, her emotional walls begin to lower because you are not rushing her. You are seeing her. There is something powerful about being seen without being consumed. Your fingers should rest lightly, not gripping. Your thumb can brush her cheek gently. That small movement signals tenderness, and tenderness is rare. The fifth touch is the slow embrace from behind. When she is standing at the kitchen counter or looking out at something beautiful, walk up quietly and wrap your arms around her waist. Rest your chin gently near her shoulder. Do not squeeze immediately, just hold. This type of hug communicates that you desire closeness without demanding attention. You are entering her space gently. You are surrounding her with warmth. Mature women crave this kind of connection because it feels steady. It feels like partnership. It feels like shared life. And if you place a soft kiss near her neck slowly and then simply remain there without escalating, you build anticipation. Anticipation fuels desire, but patience deepens love. The sixth touch is the reassuring shoulder squeeze during emotional moments. When she is sharing something vulnerable, do not interrupt with solutions. Instead, place your hand gently on her shoulder or upper back. Let it rest there. That touch says, I am here. It says you are not alone. It says I am strong enough to hold your emotions without being overwhelmed. When a mature woman feels supported during vulnerability, her heart bonds deeply because she realizes she can lean without fear, and leaning creates intimacy. The seventh touch is the slow, lingering hug with release first. When you hug her, make it intentional. Wrap your arms fully. Let your chest touch hers. Breathe slowly. Allow the hug to last 1 second longer than expected. Then release gently before she does. But as you release, keep your hand softly on her arms for a brief moment and look into her eyes. That release communicates independence. It says, I enjoy you, but I do not cling. Clinging suffocates. Independence intrigues. When you combine warmth with emotional self-control, you create a balance that mature women find irresistible. Now let us go deeper. None of these touches will work if your internal state is chaotic. If you are insecure, she will feel it in your grip. If you are desperate, she will feel it in your closeness. If you are distracted, she will feel it in your inconsistency. Touch amplifies who you are. It does not hide it. So before you focus on where to place your hands, focus on who you are becoming. A mature woman falls deeply in love with emotional steadiness. She falls deeply in love with presence. She falls deeply in love with a man who can touch her body without trying to conquer it. She wants to feel chosen, not claimed. She wants to feel desired, not devoured. She wants to feel protected, not controlled. Every one of these touches must carry respect. Everyone must carry awareness. Everyone must feel earned, not forced. And consent is not just verbal, it is energetic. If her body leans in, continue. If her body stiffens, pause. If she relaxes into your arms, hold her. If she pulls away slightly, give space. Reading her responses is emotional intelligence, and emotional intelligence is deeply attractive. Understand something profound. A mature woman does not fall in love because you touched her. She falls in love because she felt safe being touched by you. There is a difference. Safety is created through consistency. If you are warm one day and distant the next, she will not open fully. If you are attentive in private but dismissive in public, she will guard herself. But if your touch matches your character, if your presence matches your promises, if your energy matches your words, she begins to trust. And trust is the soil where deep love grows. When she trusts your hands, she begins to trust your heart. When she trusts your heart, she allows herself to soften. And when she softens, she bonds. Love for a mature woman is not reckless. It is deliberate. She does not fall quickly because she is naive. She falls deeply because she chooses to, and she chooses when she feels secure enough to surrender emotionally. Your touches must always say one thing clearly: I am steady, I am patient, I respect you, I desire you, I choose you, without words. When your touch communicates all of that consistently, something shifts. She begins to initiate closeness. She begins to lean into your chest without hesitation. She begins to rest her hand on you absent-mindedly. She begins to look for your presence in a room because your touch feels like home, and home is powerful. In a world filled with chaos, noise, and emotional unpredictability, being someone's emotional home is rare. So do not rush intimacy. Do not treat touch like a shortcut. Treat it like a language. Speak it slowly. Speak it intentionally. Speak it with integrity. And when you do, you will not need dramatic gestures. You will not need constant reassurance. You will not need games, because a mature woman who feels safe, respected, desired, and emotionally held will fall deeply in love, not because you chased her, but because your presence felt like peace. And peace is irresistible. That is the depth. That is the psychology. That is how touch becomes love.